Hey guys, another tip video here. I hope these tip videos are serving you well. I'm going to go on holiday next week, well, end of this week. And then when I come back, I'm actually going to be vlogging my whole contest prep. So that's something for you guys to look forward to. I'm hoping give you a real insight. I'm not going to pull any punches. It's going to be straightforward about everything, including anabolic substances, my training, my diet, my approach. It's not conventional, it's not orthodox, but you know what, it's something different. So let's go over to today's topic. Top tips to maximize your fat loss. Number one, okay, which to me is very logical, but a lot of people seem to miss this step. Know what you're eating. Absolutely, no bones about it. Know what you're eating. Know how much calories you're eating. Know how much carbohydrates you're eating. Know how much fat you're eating. Know how much protein you're eating. Okay. What's the ideal diet to lose fat? I've covered this before. The ideal diet to lose fat is one that you can keep to, and two, a diet that keeps you in a very small deficit so you keep losing fat. Ideally, when I'm working with people and for myself, I like to have a decent protein intake. So 1 to 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight. A diet that covers, your essential fats. So getting some good sources of fat in there. And the carbohydrates will make up the rest. So like I said, you want to know what you're getting into, getting in your body, so you can make adjustments. Simple as that. If you go 2-3 weeks where you're not losing any fat, then you will be able to look into your diary and say, do you know what? I need to drop 200 calories per day, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop 30 grams of carbs and 10 grams of fat per day, and I'm going to monitor that. Second thing is, believe it or not, know your cardio. Okay. Now, what I mean by that is that I see a lot of people who just walk on a treadmill and they're not burning fat because they're not pushing themselves, okay? They're doing a lot of cardio, but they're not expending a lot of energy. Your body is a very efficient organism. It gets used to the workload that's put upon it. Your 30 minutes of cardio that you start with, 10 weeks down the line, are not going to have the same effect, unfortunately. So what you want to do is, something that I do personally, I like to know my calorie output. Now, I don't trust those machines in terms of how much calories you're burning. I don't think that you're burning, let's say you've done 30 minutes of cardio, you've burnt 300 calories. I don't necessarily think that's true, but what it does, it gives me data, a number, so that every time I do it, I can beat that. So I can be like, do you know what, next time I do it, I'm going to try and get 320 calories. And I like to go more by calories burn than actual time. Also, push yourself in your cardio. Don't be afraid to lose muscle. You're not going to lose muscle. If your diet's in place, pushing your cardio will not only help you with your cardiovascular system, it will help burn more fat. Hit cardio. Oh God, guys. Sorry about that. Hit cardio is fantastic. It's something that I would include for a lot of people. So have a mixture of hit and list cardio. A fantastic way to do this, which I found personally, is MMA. Because you have your sparring sessions, you have your basic drills, and your heart rate is up and down all the time, and you're pushing your body to its limit. So that's something you could probably look at incorporating. Number 3, train hard, train heavy. You spent time putting your muscle on, okay? The only thing that's going to keep that muscle there is to keep your lifts heavy. Now that might mean that you have to be a little bit strategic as your diet gets harder, which means you have to strip back some volume so that you can keep your lifts up. But believe me now, you want to keep those lifts heavy in the gym. If you know what you're lifting, you don't want to come out the other side of the diet with a massive reduction in how much you're lifting. It's hard. Yes, it is fucking hard. That's the whole thing about it. That's why not a lot of people can do it. But let me put it to you this way. It's the only thing that's going to keep muscle sticking to you. And if you start to lose muscle mass, your metabolism will slow. What does that mean? That means, okay, simple as this, you start to lose muscle and your metabolism slows down, you're going to have to put a lot more work in to your cardio and your diet to lose any fat. Believe me now, training hard and training heavy, treat your training as a performance endeavor when you're dieting. You're going in there and you're going to lift as hard as possible. You're not going in there to just go through the motions or to get a pump. You want to go in there and you want to train efficiently. You want to stay strong. You want to focus on compound movements. That is going to pay dividends into number 1, keeping your muscle, helping you remove fat, and also helping your body partition carbohydrates more towards the muscle tissue, favoring over putting it into fat stores. Those are the 3 real good tips right there for you to do. 4th tip that I would say is, let's be real. On fat loss diets, you will use fat burners. You might be using natural fat burners, which are available like green tea, yohimbe, caffeine, and then you might go into the not so natural side, which will be clenbuterol, albuterol, maybe even DMP. My advice to you on that is go as far as you can before implementing any fat burners. Make sure that you've utilized and fully stretched out your fat loss phase before even introducing these sort of things, you know? So let's say that you lose your first 10 to 15 pounds just with diet, training, and cardio. Then you add something like T3 or clenbuterol at a very minute dose. You're going to do a lot better that way. If you throw it all in one go, believe me now, you're just utilizing all your tricks for no reason. When you can, if you're clever, you'll get better fat loss by staggering these into the diet. And the last one, well, I always go to you guys, use pictures, okay? Scales can only tell so much. Sometimes when you're pushing your body hard, your cortisol levels will rise, which causes you to hold water. So on the scales, you'll pretty much be the same way, even though you might look leaner. It takes like maybe a week or 2, and then all of a sudden you have a drop in weight. This is why pictures are so valuable. Use the pictures and then use the scales, okay? Those 2 things combined will help you get a real assessment of where you're at. Those are the tips that I can give you today. I think they're very basic, but they pay off massively. And I hope you do well in your fat loss. Please share, subscribe, and like this video. And again, we're going to try and be pushing more content out as time goes on, so keep an eye out for that.